Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, your boy Corey, aka Crasher, here with the new video, and we will be diving into some alleged leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now before we begin, I want to say two things. Number one, these originate from the Chinese Riddler, who has gotten things right in the past for past games, and number two, this video will contain potential spoilers. So if you do not want to be spoiled, please be aware of what type of video this is and click off, so you do not get spoiled for the games you may be looking forward to. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, take all this with a pinch of salt, and let's begin with this. So we have Central Leaks compiling all of what the Chinese Riddler has said so far, and it's in this nifty little thread. Starting things off, we have ourselves this. Starter final evolutions are Grass Dark, Water Fighting, and Fire Ghost. Sprigatito's final evolution has a God tier hidden ability, will be bipedal, and seems like will be humanoid slash waifu-like. Okay, this is rather interesting. I wonder what this God tier hidden ability is going to be like. We're just gonna have to wait and see. And I'm also really intrigued by the typings of the final starter evolutions, especially the Fire Ghost one for Fuecoco. And for whatever reason, when I think of Fire Ghost, I think of the Ghost Pepper. So, could Fuecoco's final evolution be based off of the Ghost Pepper? Who knows? Quaxly's final evolution is the leaker's favorite design of the three. Legendaries are Dragon Fighting and Dragon Electric. There's more than one Objectmon this gen. There's at least 4 Waifumon and multiple Husbandomon, according to the leaker. So Waifumon and Husbandomon, okay, we have some interesting, we'll say fan service going on here if that's the case. And this Objectmon, I wonder what it's going to be, especially considering that there's going to be more than one this generation. And the final evolution when it comes to Quaxly here, it's the leaker's favorite design of the three, so it must be really good. And I also kind of figured that the legendaries would be Dragon Fighting and Dragon Electric based on their looks alone. There will be new cross-gen evolutions. An evolution for Dunsparce has been hinted, please be true. There will be new type combos, a new cool fish Pokemon. The gimmick is related in some ways to 3 types. The gimmick is, quote-unquote, a new concept of that when referring to Megas. So cross-gen evolutions, that is going to be really interesting, and I really hope we get some underrated Pokemon having some cross-gen evolutionary love. Like the Spinarak line, I mean, I really want to see an Ariados evolution. And I also want to see an evolution for Dunsparce as well. And as far as the gimmick goes, it seems like even more, it is going to be related to typing, and more specifically, 3 types. So could we have ourselves this gimmick revolving around giving a Pokemon an extra type? That would be kind of cool to have a Pokemon of 3 types, I ain't gonna lie. And when we have ourselves the wording of quote-unquote a new concept of that when referring to Megas, are we talking about how the concept is going to be akin to Mega Evolution? That right there definitely intrigues me. A regional form for a Bull Pokemon. A regional form for a Water Ground Pokemon. Smolove's evolution is the regional grass female Pokemon. Gogoat is back after having not appeared in a Pokemon game since 2013. Leaker mentions there's tons of cool new Pokemon. Okay, a regional form for a Bull Pokemon. There are 2 Pokemon that come to mind, being Tauros and Buffalant. I personally hope we get a regional form for Tauros. That would be badass. And on the note of regional forms, we have one allegedly for a Water Ground Pokemon. So I'm either thinking of the Quagsire line or the Seismitoad line. That would be pretty cool if either or got a regional form. Everything else sounds pretty standard. I don't really have too much to say about that. This regional bug Pokemon will be Japanese themed. Like Sword and Shield, not every previous starter will be in the game. As far as the leaker knows, there will be still some Pokemon after Scarlet and Violet that haven't appeared in any Switch game. Now, I am definitely interested in this regional bug Pokemon that will apparently be Japanese themed. That sounds really cool. And the second point here, where we are not going to have every previous starter in the game, that pretty much solidifies that we're not going to have ourselves a national dex for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Lechonk's evolution will be female-looking, but ugly. Something like purr-ugly, possibly. It's been hinted that the legendaries have 5 of something forms. The legendaries are rideable in some way. So I guess in order for Lechonk to maintain Lechonk cuteness supremacy, it has to not evolve, because based on this information here, seems like Lechonk is gonna go from cute, memeable, and adorable to ugly. Well, that's unfortunate. And it's also interesting that the legendaries are rideable here, so it makes me think back to the theory of Koraidon and Miraidon turning into motorcycles. Well, that kind of makes me wonder if that's gonna actually happen. And the legendaries having 5 of something, and if it's 5 forms, I'm kind of wondering if it's maybe vehicular forms, like maybe we have a motorbike, maybe we have a hovercraft, something like that. I don't know. Oh my god. This definitely interests me for sure. Note, information marked with an asterisk was revealed via a Riddler and hasn't been explicitly stated yet by the leaker. So, could be wrong or slightly wrong. Also another note, we tried to use the same terms used by the leaker when referring to designs. Example, waifu, husbando, objectmon, so that the message isn't distorted by us. It's not that we chose those words to describe the Pokemon. So we definitely have some interesting information on the table about these alleged leaks. Now, I am very much interested in the starter Pokemon, by a long shot, especially when it comes to this god-tier hidden ability for Sprigatito's final evolution. And you know what? I don't really care if it is a bipedal Pokemon. As long as the design is good, then this Pokemon should be fine. I mean, I'm a fan of Incineroar, and it is a bipedal feline, so maybe Sprigatito's final form will be akin to Incineroar without being a direct carbon copy. But what are your guys' thoughts and opinions about what we had talked about here in this video? And what stuck out to you guys the most, and what would be your guys' hopes and predictions for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Whatever your guys' feedback happens to be, I would love to hear you guys out in the comments down below. And that's it for the video, ladies and gentlemen, so I want to say thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing, and especially comment your thoughts down below, because I love hearing from you guys. Always have, that will never ever change, so thank you guys again for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day or night depending on your time zone, and I'll see you guys in the next one.